welcome back to Haywire Homestead. As you can see, all my cabinet doors are missing because we are in the process of updating, remodeling the kitchen. The cabinet doors were in really bad repair. The countertops are in bad shape. We've already replaced the floor. We've refinished the cabinet boxes, or I shouldn't say wait, I should say my husband, because he's done an amazing job. He's working on the doors and drawers right now. And then we'll work on getting new countertops. But since we're in the kitchen, I thought that I would show you how I make my own spaghetti sauce from what I've harvested and processed and stored from our garden. So that way you can see one of the ways that you can do back to, farm to table as much as possible. In the skillet, we have 1 pound. I'm making a smaller batch tonight, but if I was making a big batch to make more than one dish out of, I'd do 2 pounds. This is grass-fed beef. This is the last of what I got from my uncle. And then we have another one in there that we got from a local farmer. So we strive to source our beef because we do not have the property to get beef. Raise it ourselves. All right, we have garlic. Now the garlic is locally grown. It is not mine. My garlic did not do well this year. I have frozen onions. Those did come out of the garden. And then we have some jars of tomato sauce that I processed out of our tomatoes and a can of diced tomatoes. Unfortunately, I am not very good at measuring, so I just kind of throw it all in there. So pretty much you're going to see what I put in here, but maybe not so much measurements. We've got some Redmond salt, and then we have basil. I grabbed the thyme by mistake, so I got to go run and get the oregano instead. And then we have some organic black pepper, and we will put a pinch of sugar in this as well. All right, once ground beef is nice and brown, I add my garlic. In a minute, Anna is telling me, it's our dog. Anna is our farm dog, house dog. She's not our guardian dog. We have 2 of those outside, but she is, and I'm gonna add the onions, but she's telling me she wants her dinner. She smacks her bowl right around 5 o'clock when she wants her dinner. So we're just gonna kind of saute this in you can defrost the onions ahead of time. I didn't do that, and you don't have to. So I'm just gonna kind of break them up in there and let them start to cook a little bit. And I've got this on, you've got an electric stove like I unfortunately do, you're gonna have this on like number 6. So just above medium. So we're gonna put a couple teaspoons of salt. And like I said, I don't measure. I look at it and go, that looks about good enough. And probably, I'm gonna say about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Some people, and you can use fresh herbs as well. I just don't have any. So we're gonna stir this a little bit, and then we're gonna add our tomato sauce. And by tomato sauce, this is literally just tomatoes that have been processed with a squeezo and juice, tomatoes that were juiced. And then what I did was I just put them in a kettle and I simmered them low and slow for a very long time. So that way it would thicken it up. So my grandmother used to always do tomato, I would just call it tomato juice, because she literally would juice the tomatoes, bring it to a boil, put it in jars, can it, or water bath it, sorry. She would water bath it, and then she would, there it go. If you look at mine, it's a lot thicker. So it's a little bit closer to the consistency that you would get in store-bought. Not as smooth as what store-bought is. I don't know what they do to it to make it that smooth. Maybe if I had a Vitamix. Vitamixes are supposed to be awesome. All right, so we're just putting the tomato sauce and the diced tomatoes. Sometimes I put peppers in here, and actually I might do that because I've got peppers.
I forgot, there's more stuff than just swapping the motor and fixing the...
No, gotta clean your room. All right, and then oregano. We're gonna do probably about 2 teaspoons of oregano. And probably about a tablespoon of basil, which is about all I have left. So we're just gonna put the rest of the basil in there. You can add parsley if you want. I don't because I had some food sensitivity testing, and apparently one of the ones that causes inflammation, really weird, random, is parsley. Another one that's an issue is sugar, which sugar is bad anyway. So we use very, very, very little sugar for anything around here. You don't actually have to use sugar. You could omit the sugar. I normally just put about a tablespoon in it. That's supposed to cut the acidity. That's the whole point with that. Now, once I get everything in there, all I do is I let it simmer for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then we pour it over the pasta. Then you can have it with cheese and whatever else you want. We've done zucchini pasta. I use the same recipe when I make lasagna. I do a pasta bake where I do the pasta really al dente.
Okay.
Love you too. Add the sauce and cheese and throw it in the oven and bake it. So it's kind of like a lasagna-y thing, but we just call it pasta bake. I've even done it where I put pepperoni in it because the kids really like that, because then it's kind of like pasta pizza kind of thing. But yeah, so this is my pasta sauce. Let me show it to you what it looks like. And it will, once it is all thickened up a little bit more and all the flavors get to meld, we'll get to enjoy dinner.